Hello everyone, it's Alyssa from alyssanalani.com, and it is time to do another planner setup video. I cannot believe that it is already May. April flew by so fast, and oh my goodness, we're looking at another month. This is late. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'll know that my husband and I did some backpacking and camping last week. So Wednesday through into the weekend, we were out at a state park, and it was a lot of fun. So I wasn't here to film this. I tried to before we left, and it didn't work out, and I was on a tight timeline. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get this done. So a few changes before I open these babies up. For those of you who've watched my videos before, you know that I'm in 2 Traveler's notebooks. Both of them are by Prima Marketing. Everything will be linked below. And this is standard size, this is personal size. There are some things that were in this one that I have taken out. So I had 3 financial inserts that I have since put in this Traveler's notebook. This is a WEBSTER'S Pages Color Crush, and I've placed them in here. This is going to hold all things home management, and I will cover this in another video. I'm really excited about this, but there's a few more things I have to do before I show you all. So the financial ones were put in here because these are my everyday carries. These go with me everywhere, and I don't want that information, I don't need that information on me at all times necessarily. So took them out and placed them in that. Before I open up, I know there was something else. Oh yes. So last month when I did my setup, I pretty much put everything together and showed you how I assembled. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I assembled everything for you. And so I just wanted to show you that since I have not changed any of my covers because April was so fast, I didn't really get to hang out in here as much as I would have liked to. I literally got through the month doing the bare minimum. So since I haven't changed anything, because of that, I wanted to go ahead and show, for those of you who did not see, these are the paper pads that I used in my notebooks. So this is from Michael's, it's Recollections, it's called Boss Babe. There we go. And then these I got from Hobby Lobby. Sorry, my camera's real close here. They are by Prima Marketing, which is the same company that makes my notebooks. This is called Lavender, and this is called Tales of You and Me, okay? And these are full 12 by 12s. All right, just in case you might want to know that. That's where that came from. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I'm gonna open this first. I'm gonna get a sip of tea, y'all. 1 second. So my voice might sound a little funny. I can't tell whether it's extremely noticeable, but I caught a little congestion when we were out backpacking because we got caught in the rain. And that didn't sit well with my body, so I'm fighting a little something here, so excuse me. I was determined to go ahead and film anyway. So please excuse the voice and any coughing or sneezing that might occur. All right, so not much has changed. I shouldn't say that. I've repurposed this, but a lot of the same inserts are here, okay? So this is going to be everything blog and YouTube related and then church related. Yeah, that's all there is. So as you can see, I have my card insert, which I keep photos of my husband and I, which you've seen before. This is wrapped around 2 inserts. The first one was the other thing. All of my inserts are from Annie Plans printables. Okay, I love her printables. So everything is from her shop, unless it's like a blank Midori insert or something like that. Everything else that is designed is from Annie Plans. So this 2018 calendar was my general events calendar, just where I wrote down the stuff that was happening, so on and so forth. But now it is my editorial calendar, as you can see. And so for the month of May, this is what it looks like. I am planning to do 2 videos a week, which is saying a lot for those of you who may have been with me for a while. This is hard, but that's the plan. And then 1 blog post a week. That's the plan. And I'm going to try my very hardest to stick with it. I should be able to for May, but we'll see. Anyway, so post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Wednesdays would be a blog post. We'll see what happens. I may switch it up a little bit. That's why it's in pencil, but this is what we're working with now. Okay, so the 2018 calendar in this notebook is for editorial and posting. And then the next insert is Annie Plans Printables list insert, as you can see. And it's just super easy, blank, title, and then the space for lists. A lot of things are empty in here because, like I said, I've been gone most of the month. I'm just now getting back. There are things I need to fill in. Okay, now this is, I don't know if I've actually said what this is, just in case I haven't. This is a dashboard that I made off of a tutorial that I saw on YouTube. And it was, actually I did explain this because now it's coming back to me. But anyway, these are laminating pouches, and there's a pocket at the top, and every time I make my covers I have leftover paper from cutting them out, and so I just slip in different papers. And that's what that is. And this is wrapped around 2 more inserts. Excuse me. Excuse me, so sorry you guys. This is her week on 2 pages. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Again, it's empty. You've got a Monday start week. You've got a Monday start week over here. You've got some trackers here. You've got a bullet list here. You've got dot grid here. And then you've got grid here. Oh my goodness, so many things can happen in here. So this is for the blog and YouTube. So I'll be playing around in here for the month and seeing how I like it and what I can do in here. I'm really, really excited. I tried to, here's why. I tried to plan blog and YouTube stuff in my I have a large happy planner, and it was the lined weeks. And don't get me wrong, y'all, I've said this before, I really like Happy Planner. I really, 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 really do. It just didn't, first of all, it was too big, and there are some things that I like to get done just when I'm out and about. If I'm with my husband, he's the one driving, so I get all this time in the car to get stuff done if I choose, and it is so much easier just to be in here rather than have my blog planner and this and my personal, and it's just too much. So I needed everything to be in here. So this is what that is for. And then I don't remember, oh, this is grid paper. This is Annie Plans, just a grid insert. And you can print as many pages as you want and put them in. And this is where I do like running lists of ideas for videos and things. Can't show you. And then this is also for the blog, and I don't remember what this is called in her shop. I show this every single video and I still can't remember what it's called, but it's got a tracker here, your days, a calendar, and a list. Also for the blog and YouTube. Alrighty, now I have this pocket insert. It's a zipper pouch, and then it's a double-sided pocket. Okay, I just have more scrap paper here. And this is for church projects. So this is blank. This is her project and event planning insert. And for those of you who have not seen this before, name, date, details, check off when it's completed, to do, notes, and dot grid. Okay? Super, super easy. And then another one of those tracker month list inserts, also for church projects. Okay, now, the last 2 are super boring. These are not Annie Plans. This is just lined paper. A lined insert, and brandless. I don't remember the name of the shop or the brand. It's like a no name to me, that I got on Amazon. They came in a pack of 3, It was blank lined and grid. I can't remember if it was dot grid or not, but anyway, blank line and grid, and it came 3 in a pack. Decent paper, a little heavy, and it's off-white as you can see, but it's decent. I hate that. I think I had my nails red, and my nail went across the page and it left a red mark. I hate it when that happens. And then this is just plain, and I believe this is MIDORI brand, or Traveler's Company brand. Okay? And this is where I just keep running lists of things. So if I'm out and about and I need to jot down, okay, this needs to happen, blah, 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 and it goes in there. Super basic. And this is a Taroko Shop pencil board. Okay, that's what's going on in there. Nothing super exciting. Okay, now for my personal. I still love this, you guys. I love the flowers so, so much. Okay, so I have my color code here that coordinates with the ink that I have in my 2 Colettos. So on the pen loop, I can fit both of these Colettos, and it's great. And they just kind of nestle in. And, well, they're kind of hanging out, but it works. It works. So I have this black cardstock. For those of you who did not see my April setup, where I assembled all of this, this is black cardstock. Okay, and I have it wrapped around these 2 inserts. So my first insert, okay, I don't remember if I already said this, but I have like 3 calendars going on. The one that you just saw, where it was my editorial, and then I have another, it's the exact same insert, it's just personal size. See? Burr, burr, burr. Just so you can see, she's got the same insert in different sizes, okay? You do have to purchase them separately. But I mean, they're so cheap, so it's not a huge investment. But I have another 2018, and this is where I'm keeping track. This is like a bird's eye view of a lot of different things. So since that was my editorial, this is also forward planning, but with events. Okay, so there are no events in the other one. This is where events happen. So I've got my camping and hiking trip from last weekend, a meeting here next Monday, and then you can see these numbers on the right side of the box that are in these little circles. These are in green, and green is for home. You have these numbers in circles, and those signify when that bills are due that day. And so 2 means that there are 2 bills due that day. 1 means there's 1 bill due that day. And then 3, and then 1, so on and so forth. So that just gives me a look at, when I'm looking at my month, I can see, oh, we've got stuff coming out that day. That puts in my head that I have to be aware of the money that's going out and when money is going back in and when I can spend on certain things, if that makes sense. I probably just said that way more complicated than it needed to be, but that just gives me a quick snapshot. There we go. It's a quick snapshot of money going in and out. So the dollar signs are paydays, and then the red dots are where things should be posted on the blog and YouTube. And then these little stars, these little orange stars, are for when I am scheduled on VIP Kid, which is the job that I have since started. I haven't been booked yet, but these are the days that I'm scheduled, so that I can be booked. Okay, and that's a whole other story. But I will say, if you are interested, I think I'll throw my referral link in the description as well, just in case you're interested, at a work-at-home job. Okay. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to leave them in the comments. All right, so that was my year. Here's my month. Now, here's what I changed. I'm a little nervous about it, but I honestly kind of just needed it. So here's my April insert, and this is how it is set up. So each day is a day on a page, as you can see, and then it's just grid, okay? And then you have this flap. Now, when I first got this insert, when I first tried it out, I did it in my standard size. And in the standard size, it doesn't have this extra little flap because when you're printing on the same piece of paper, it takes up in bigger insert, it takes up more space. I would show you, but I don't have a standard insert on me. But it takes up more space to print standard. But to print personal size, it doesn't take up as much space. So she's got this extra room on the page. So she made this flap, which I think is awesome. So it gives you extra note space. So you have a flap. She put grid on the bottom side. You have your week, and then you have your day on a page. Now, I love the space. This works out really well because you can put your big events or big project task or whatever items on here, and then you can play around in your day. Okay, so what had happened was I am very much, well, let me back up a little bit. I am constantly fighting between having enough structure and having too much structure, not having enough. So, I'm sorry guys, excuse me. So, there wasn't enough structure on just that plain grid, okay? Because what would happen is I have nothing to tell me what time during the day I should be getting certain things done, okay? And if nobody's telling me that, or if I don't have that written somewhere or something to keep me accountable like that, then it's extremely easy for me to say, oh, I'll just do it later. Okay, that's the battle that I fight all the time. So what I decided that I decided to parent myself a bit, was something different. So let's take a look. So this is my third calendar. Had an editorial, and then I had like an event calendar with a little bit of a bird's eye view of what was going on as far as finances and when regular things are scheduled. So this is how is kind of closer in, and this is how I want to take care of what's going on in the home. So these are the days that I've chosen when I want to get laundry, cleaning the bathroom, and cleaning the kitchen and living area, and then doing my groceries are all slotted for. I need to put in cleaning the bedroom. Hello. I'll probably put it in here. Clean bathroom and bedroom. Okay? And then the days that I want to record and write. All right? Now, this is so totally experimental. Like this week, I'm not doing groceries today. I did some yesterday after coming back from our trip on Sunday. And today I have to get all that laundry done from our trip. And so I'm going to flip-flop laundry and grocery. But that's just what happens in life, right? So anyway, it's not all going to happen that way, but this gives me a look at, I want to be regular about these things. And here it is on paper. Okay? And then this is the monthly tracker. So these are the things that I'd like to do every day. These are things that happen on specific days. That's why I have the boxes around those days. Here, here, and here. And then same with that, the days that I want to get those things done. And then these should have been popped up on here, but whatever. That's my monthly tracker. And then here is the week. So this was last week. I was only here 2 days, so not much else happened. But here's what I did. I'm going to flip to this week, since it's blank. Haven't filled anything out yet. Now, instead of having the full grid, I have gotten the one that has the timed on the side. Okay, so 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. because I really need to start policing myself just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, so flap, grid, days, time, and grid. I'm not quite kicking and screaming. I'm just a little, I'm not nervous or hesitant. It's just, you know, when you know you're supposed to do something a little bit better and you're just kind of like, but why? Anyway, that's just what's going on in my head. So those are the first two inserts, and wrapped around it is that black cardstock and then some acetate. Okay, the next insert is a list insert, just the same like in my standard size. The next insert, again, I made these covers with all that scrap paper stuff. This is a journaling card. This is a sticker. The next insert is her health and wellness insert. I covered the cover, otherwise I'd show you what it looks like. And this starts this week, because I knew last week was going to be a wash. So I want to start menu planning for the week. My husband and I have plans on how we want to do breakfast and dinner, since those are the meals that we eat together, and then how I'm doing lunch that I send with him to work, and then what I'm eating at home. But this is just me, okay? So it'll kind of be a repeat of what happens when I do menu planning, but I really just want, this is just me, okay? So workout, snacks, water intake, and then there's 2 extra boxes where you can put extra things like sleep or vitamins, you know, those kinds of things, medications, or whatever else that has to do with your health and wellness. And you have your goals, and then it has the space where you can write in the date, right? And it's a week on 4 pages. Okay, it's a Monday start with your goals at the beginning, and a week on 4 pages. All right. The next insert is my reading insert. That's what it looks like. So title, author, start date, end date, and then how many hearts you give it. And then I have the Modern Mrs. Darcy 2018 Reading Challenge list here. Y'all, I need to pick up on my reading, like no joke. Oh my goodness. I've been listening to a couple of audiobooks, but they're historical nonfiction, so kind of documentary, and they're good, but I'm moving really slow in them because you have to really pay attention. With a story or something a little lighter, you can you know, do other things. I can drive, I can do housework or whatever while I'm listening to them, but this is just, it's moving really, really slow, and I need to pick up my pace because I'm so behind on my reading goal for the year. So anyway, total caveat. Not really a caveat, more like a rabbit hole. Okay, now this next insert is for where I do my Boho Berry challenge. So you can find her. It's Kara at Boho Berry on Instagram, and she does this Instagram challenge. And this was April's. I have not taken it out yet because I wanted to show you. I figured I might as well show what an Annie Plans Printables printable looks like. So here's my little picture from Instagram that's going to go on the cover. And this is what, this is her daily printable, I think is what it's called. It's a day on a page, and it's really cool because when it's all folded up, you have an index, really, 1 through 31, and then you can write down whatever is going on that day, whatever you're tracking. And here, I write down the title of the challenge, and I write down each of the prompts. That way I'm not always having to go back to Instagram on my phone and figure out what's today's prompt. I have it right in the notebook. But this is how a printable looks like when you print it out. So you print it double-sided. Mine is an automatic double-side printer, which is why I got it, because, oh my goodness, I cannot stand doing manual. But it has your little cut marks here on each page, and you just cut. Now, I cut and fold. I don't know how most people do it. I'm not going to make that statement of most people do, because I just simply don't know. But what I've seen and what I used to do is fold and then cut. Now, it makes sense to fold and cut because, and it also makes sense to fold, like, okay, when you're folding this, only do 1 or 2 at a time. That way your outside pages don't have a more rounded fold because there's so many pages that you're folding, if that makes sense. So when you're folding it, fold 1 at a time or 2 at a time, depending on how thick your paper is. And then what you can do, okay, so let's say that this is all folded, right? What I've seen done is then you cut, okay? And then here. That way, all your pages come out evenly, okay? So they butt up against each other, not butt up against each other. They are flush to each other like a book. Like here, it's all flush together, okay? Nothing's sticking out, it's all even. However, the problem with that is because the inner pages are pushed further out, you lose some of that real estate on the edge of the inner pages because they're pushed further out. And then the ones on the outside have more real estate on the edges because they're further back. I hope I said that right. So what I decided that my preference is to cut, okay? And what I do is I take my straight edge and I draw the lines every however many pages I'm doing at a time when I'm cutting. So I draw them so that when I'm cutting, I don't lose my markers, okay? So I cut them out first, then I fold them and assemble them. So what ends up happening is that my pages further in are jutting out, as you can see, but that doesn't bother me, and I keep all the real estate, right? So they are uneven, but I keep all of the space that I'm supposed to have on each page. I hope that makes sense. But I figured since I hadn't assembled this particular insert yet, that I would show you that this is what an insert looks like when you print it out, and that's how I cut and fold. If you have any questions, you know where to leave them. Okay, so that's that insert, and then after that, I just have another one of those project planning inserts in the personal size, and then at the end, I believe this is Tomoe River paper. I cut down the insert. It was a bigger insert. Cut it down, rounded the corners, and this is just where I keep lists of stuff that are going on, stuff that I have to remember and put in other places. Okay, and then it's just got this little secretarial on the back. Okay, you guys, that is it. That is it. Like I said before, I do plan on doing a tour of, just close this up really quick, doing a tour or a walkthrough of this one where I have household stuff, menu planning, and finances. There's just a couple more things I have to do to it, and I'm also planning on I like dancing. I'm also planning on doing a house management binder, which I'm still, oh man, I put it together when I first got married last year, and then I never used it because I didn't put it together correctly, and I had really not a great concept of what I needed, right? Because you just don't when it's brand new. So now that I'm a year in, I have a better idea of what I'm needing, and so I'm resetting it up, I'm revamping it, and along with this, I'll be doing a video on it later on this month. So you will get to see the inside. Other than that, guys, that's it. Like I said, a little late, but off to a good start, and I'm excited to see what May brings and what I can get done. And I hope you all are having a fantastic month so far. If you have any questions, comments, you know where to leave them, and I will talk to you later in the next video. Bye!